So, good morning. Another Saturday. My alarm is going off, and it is 7:20. So, I thought if I tell you in the beginning what I'm going to talk about, what's in my mind, probably you will find it better. I'm going to talk about heat shock protein and how it can prolong your life, knowing how to handle this, and how to make organic coffee in the most organic way. And then I'm going to talk about how a doctor should learn on the go. So, and also I'm going to talk about this thingy which I'm air frying all the stuff: cheese, chorizo, some leftover potatoes and artichokes and corn on the cob and broccolis and halloumi cheese and all that, spiced olive oil. And to protein it up, I'm doing this, and I'm doing also a controlled trial using Toopsie. That's not good. Which one? This one. I want to see between these two containers what's the difference, because this one is Teflon coated, this one is not. So if I put egg, it is transparent, isn't it? So see what is happening. The transparent albumin is becoming white like this, and it is happening slowly. This is called coagulation of albumin. So similarly, inside the cell, the proteins coagulate when the heat goes beyond the range it can take, and the protein become misfolded, and we need to get rid of this protein. So there is a mechanism inside the cell which does the job. So see the difference already, what is happening. Nice, smooth looking, some bubbles there. Anyway, so it's called HSP, heat shock protein. There are many types of heat shock protein. When you go into a sauna, like a high heat, it activates the same pathway and it cleans the cell. So all the debris inside the cell, misfolded proteins, it cleans it by activating the heat shock protein pathway, HSP pathway. And it is not HSP only, it is also cold shock protein. They are called heat shock, but if you put your body into extremes of cold, that you will not be in danger of hypothermia, but it is cold, like taking a cold shower, taking a cold plunge. And some of the athletes I know, they put warm jacket and run so that their body gets exposed to heat, so that when they actually run the marathon, they are heat adapted and they can function better. Because the reason we feel fatigued halfway through the marathon, because your muscles temperature goes up and then it stops working. You have to stop, like you're hitting a roadblock. But if you're heat adapted, if your body can function with 1 degree increased temperature, actually it is maybe half a degree, then you perform better than your non-heat adapted body. See, so this is called HSP. Find about it. It's a magical thing. It's called autophagy. You cleanse your body. You eat your own cells, all the debris bit, not the good bit. So that's about HSP. And it's called hormesis, that you stress your body just below the level that is going to kill the cell. Okay, and you switch everything, that the homeostasis, you take it to the extreme and come back, you take it to the other extreme and come back. So the pH, the acidity, alkalinity, you take to one extreme and come back, other extreme, come back, heat, cold. So this is how we become resilient, our cells become resilient. So that's my topic 1. Moving to topic 2. If you want to have coffee and have the benefit of coffee, that's how you should eat your coffee. Eat your coffee? I think the word will be drink your coffee. So buy one of this. I call this stovetop. And then you get some freshly grounded coffee. Obviously, we cannot ground fresh. I'm planning to get a fresh coffee grinder. And tap it like that. Immediately close it. You don't want the flavor to go out. Then you're going to screw that onto that. So while my coffee is brewing, I'm going to get my lunch ready. I tend to always carry my lunch, but sometime weekend I will just eat outside, because I also love that. But I'm kind of to teach my right brain, I'm trying not to break routine until I have mastered the routine. So that's why, although it's Saturday, I might still eat something when my family will want to eat something outside, which they like a lot. Then I will have something, but at least I will have this ready just in case, you know. So I'm going to take my dog Chini, who is a tiny dog, to a dog trainer in Lee Valley, and I put some very interesting powder, which is called habanero chili, because we are Indians, we love our chilies, and this should. So now the test number, is it sliding? Yes. Is it going to slide? Definitely no. So who wins? This wins. Now I'm going to scrape it off, I guess, and now you can hear the sound of music. It off. So I kind of butchered it. I just wanted to make a point. I knew it is going to happen like this. So I promise you, solemn vow, I'm never going to use this to make this. And if I am going to make lots of eggs, I take non-stick. Sometimes I also use not a non-stick, which is this one, and I put this. To be honest, if somebody can give me one of these with this material, which is non-stick, because there is a little bit of anxiety in my mind about Teflon coating. Teflons are not supposed to be used more than 120 degree temperature, and then it can turn into some not so nice stuff chemical wise, and that's an information my wife got it from Googling, and I'm going to investigate this a bit, because my policy is to go organic. If Teflon is not organic, I shouldn't be using this, but at the same time I want a nice looking egg, although inside my tummy I guess it's all the same, but I like visuals. Now while my coffee is getting ready, which is called the magnificent way of double creaming. Oh dear, it actually literally went double, one from this, one from that. Anyway, so double cream is very good. It will not break my intermittent fasting in a way, although it will be calorie, but it will not spike insulin response, which is what we want when you do intermittent fasting. You want the insulin level to be down so that your body remains very insulin sensitive, not resistant. And this is it. So I was telling you that my Chini dog, the puppy, 2.5 months, is doing what puppies do, and so I'm going to I was driving the other day, and then I got stuck in a traffic, and there was a van in front of me, Lee Valley Dog Training School. So I quickly took a snap as the car was stationary. My son said, you cannot do anything unless you put brakes on and the engine stops. Fine, I listened to my son. She's very left brain. She's very rules and regulations. So I took the picture. Later I called the lady, and she booked an appointment, 15 pounds, 1 hour. I go to a mass ceremony, like all puppies will come together and they will share their views, what is going right for them and wrong, and then they'll be trained by a master dog trainer. I'm just fascinated by this concept, and magically he will come back, or she, and then we don't have to look. This is my beautiful Chini. You're the prettiest girl in the whole world. Wake up, Chini. Today is your day. You're going to your first nursery. I know you will hate it, but the good thing is that there are a lot of other puppies of different breeds. It's like a universal puppy conference. So what she's doing is called pandiculation, stretching after you wake up from sleep. Today's the big day, little girl. What you did yesterday was very naughty. You ate all the plants. Is it a good thing to do? Plants are for display and decoration and to make us happy. Plants are not for eating. So my friend gave 2 of this, and just to get the Chini decided she's going to play with this. So she turned it upside down, got rid of all the plants and the soil and everything, and started playing with this. His brother, the big brother, Coffee, tried his best to tell her, don't do this, Coffee, don't do this. Daddy, mommy will be angry. The plant will be sad. You're killing the plant. Chini still did it. Why did he do that, Chini? Why? So if I say good boy, Coffee, good boy, sorry, not Coffee, Chini, she normally comes out thinking that she's going to get a treat. No, she's becoming clever. So only she poops outside, she will get a treat. Anyway, so coffee, chini was not on the agenda. Now finally, the last part. So these are the pages I tear from my weekly BMJ. So yesterday I made a video on CC. CC means chemobrain, cognitive impairment, chemotherapy induced cognitive impairment. And today I ripped up all the pages, and the CPD 0.5 hours is patient who reports night sweat. So 1, 2, 3 pages, and risk of diabetes is statin. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. And then there is a case review. What is this ECG about? What is this eye about? So I tend to read one and then the other the next day. So today I'm interested in night sweats. Is quite commonly, and you think, is it lymphoma, the most dreaded one, or is it hyperthyroidism, or is it just perimenopausal, hit, etc. So I'm going to read this for you, and I'm going to give you a summary. If you're a doctor, you'll be interested. If you're a patient, maybe you're still interested. I think Chini is constipated. Can you see the tail going up and down? That's how she's trying to poop. And the amount of time she's spending in the toilet is telling me that she has got sense of tenesmus, sense of incomplete evacuation. So I have to do something about it. I'm a gastroenterologist and I come in handy. See? That's why I tell you, Chini, do meditation, calm your, see the way she's walking, she's not very happy. All right, come to daddy. So what is happening, she has got stool in the rectum, which is kind of causing irritation, and she's unable to push it out. She's trying desperately by doing the tail up and down to squeeze it out. That's how they do the job, But normally it is 3 squeeze, 4 squeeze, and it is allowed, but it is not. Poor girl. I gave Chini a sitz bath for the discomfort and an eye wash, and after which she normally gets back inside. Okay, so I have read it, I have highlighted it, and now that I'm sharing, I'm going to make it my own knowledge. So 4 pages. Bottom line, the lady, and she was involved in writing this report, came to GP with temperature, documented temperature, not just feeling sweaty and changing clothes, bed clothes in the bed because it's all soaked up. The main thing to consider, it's not always lymphoma, because as a doctor, immediately we jump to lymphoma with B symptoms, etc. So it can be just commonly sleeping environment, like, hot room can be endocrines like menopausal, or it can be high level of thyroid hormone. It can be paracetamol tablet that maybe one is taking for headache, etc. Obviously, these are the dreaded ones, solid organ malignancy, and this lady finally on a CT scan proven to be a lung cancer. It can be autoimmune condition like systemic inflammation. It can be infection like in endemic areas. It can be tuberculosis. It can be heart valve infection, infective endocarditis. So basically, you do a routine test, including CRP, sepsis marker, you do hormonal panel, and then you don't throw everything in one go. You can do a CT scan, and obviously CT scan finally claims the diagnosis, and they also send the whole infection stuff, HIV, blood culture, even for tick-borne diseases that is uncommon in UK. Is geographical, like Lyme disease, babesiosis, anaplasmosis. We have never seen malaria, dengue. We have seen plenty in India, and some endemic fungi. So these are the stuff you consider only if you're in that zone. So that's it. So from now, if I come across this, I'll remember this, and this is the take-home message. Think about all of these. Do this kind of investigation. So that's how you get your CPD point. Then go to BMJ website, log your CPD, answer the question, and that goes to your appraisal. Have a nice day.